Have you ever had one of those deep conversations with either a teacher, a friend, or even sometimes the friends again, but late at night, and y'all just start spilling how y'all feel about the world, life, everything? That's what a real deep conversation is being able to be vulnerable and understand the other person's perspective on things. But don't get it twisted, however. Deep conversations, they don't come out of nowhere. You can't force it. It naturally just happens, right? So today I wanted to give my experience and just 3 tips on how to have deeper conversations with people. And I hope this resonates with you, and I hope you can learn something from this video. So the first tip to have a deeper conversation with somebody is to just be you don't have to be super vulnerable, but just vulnerable, right? You're telling people about your struggles. You're telling people about how you feel about certain issues. And that's a major risk sometimes. Maybe you don't feel very comfortable yet with this person, or you're comfortable, but you don't know how to take that jump off leap. But I feel like you have to, if you want to strengthen that bond with someone, you have to jump off that cliff. You have to show them the real you. This is a conversation between me and you as well. I'm being vulnerable, and I'm talking to you about how to be vulnerable. I'm putting myself in a position where this is out of my comfort zone. I'm a natural introvert. I never thought I would be doing YouTube and stuff, but I'm sharing my life experiences so I can change someone else's life, right? So that's the first tip, the act of being vulnerable. You don't have to be super vulnerable, but just tell people things that how you feel and how you see their viewpoint. And if you're talking to the right person, then they'll understand and they'll come, no judgment. And that falls into my second category, or my second tip, that deep conversations is a place of no judgment. We're not here to judge people. We're not here to criticize people. We're here to just listen. Listen to their strife. Listen to their struggles, because that is what matters. That is what makes a deep conversation. You can't go into a conversation already having the mindset, I'm going to judge him or her based on whatever, right? We're not doing that. That's not how a deep conversation is formed. An example again, me and you, I'm here talking to you and only you, and I'm not judging you, because this is something that people really want to know, because some people really struggle with having deep conversation with others. So again, I understand the pain of not knowing how to have a deep conversation. And so with no judgment, I'm helping you, right? And that's the main goal, to help, not to judge, but to help, to give insight, right? And to listen. And again, to my third and final point is that you have to not be, well, it's not even not to be, but you have to just listen. Just listen. Many times when we talk to a person about a deep topic, we always want to give our 2 cents immediately after whatever comes out of their mouth, but that's not how a real conversation goes. You will be able to give your 2 cents, but let the other person talk. That's the point. You ask them a question, something deep about them, and you're able to learn from them. Not in a transactional way, but if you're only listening to respond, you didn't get the memo. You didn't get the premise of what the deep conversation was about. We don't listen to respond. We listen to understand. We listen to comprehend. Okay? We listen. So the framework for a deep conversation is you need to be vulnerable. You need to be able to trust the person you're confiding in, and that they have your trust, and they understand you, right? Second is that you need to be able to just be non-judgmental. We're not here to judge other people. We're here to help other people. Judging doesn't get us nowhere, so why do it? And then third, just listen. Listening makes a deep conversation so satisfying, because when you listen to the other person's facts, the other person's experiences, you learn a lot. And then you say, hey, how can I take what they told me today and implement it to my life tomorrow or even today? And then for this ending part, many people might say, well, what do I ask them about, and how do I finish a deep conversation? And that's actually a really interesting thing. I feel like deep conversations really don't have a significant end. When they flow and start, naturally, they flow and start to an end, right? And then questions. Sometimes I do personal struggles, or if I'm talking to an older person, usually, right? Because we want to learn from our elders. We want to learn from people older than us. So I usually ask, when you were my age, did you struggle with this? Or if you can tell your younger self this, if you can tell your younger self some piece of advice, what would it be? How has family shaped your life? Like, if the person I'm talking to have like kids or whatever, or I would say, how has your profession affect your life? Or do you value purpose over money, or money over purpose? Right? So it's asking them those deep personal questions about themselves, and you're also sharing your story at the same time. So again, the art of having a deep conversation, it isn't very hard. It takes a lot of courage. It takes practice. But when you get the deep conversations off, you'll feel so exhilarated. You'll feel like you just did the biggest thing on earth. And between me and you, this conversation was deep the entire time. But you didn't even know it, did you? This conversation was deep the entire time. Because again, as I stated before, this puts me in a place where I'm kind of uncomfortable. It's out of my comfort zone, but I'm bringing value to you, and I'm helping you. And maybe in the comments, I'll comment below, what is something you wish you asked someone before but never asked? And I would love to hear your response with many others, but mainly your own individual personal response. So that'll be in the comments. Comment down below if you want to. If you don't want to, that's up to you. If you enjoyed the video, like, share with a friend, and then subscribe. Become a community member in this community, and that's the end of this YouTube video. I'm glad to see your face, to see you interacting with the content, and I hope that I can have more discussions with you in the future. So if nothing else left to say, thank you, peace and love, and goodbye.